Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3. Dumpster fire!
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, yeah. Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yeah. Tell 'em turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me.
Welcome to the dumpster fire that is Defenders Live.
Dumpster fire!
That's right, dumpster fire. Here on Mojo 50 Radio.
Tuesday. Go to doaeshow.com
Yes.
for everything that is Defenders. Get all the archives, or most of the archives. You can check out the shop where you would get the raffle tickets for the beautiful Mojo 50 logo, the wooden plaque, or the banner, whatever you would like to call it. If you're watching on any of the videos on the Facebooks or on the YouTubes or anywhere, Stephen is gently caressing it in his hand. It is a very fine piece of work. Raised lettering, blah, 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 solid piece of wood. Beautiful paint job from Arcadian Flag. Go to facebook.com/Arcadian Flag if you would like to pick up something of your own.
Yes.
But anyway, go to the doaeshow.com and go to the shop and look for the raffle tickets. They're $2 per ticket. And get in the running for that. The drawing for that will be September 3rd. I got that right for the first time. Holy
Yeah, you
smokes.
did. Yeah, you did. September 3rd. Good job, everybody. Look at that.
Interwebs, high five. Anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, we're on all of the social medias, the virtual social medias, the Facebooks, Twitters, the YouTubes, D Live. We're on the MeWe's. Make sure you check them all out. All at DOAE Show. Make sure you use the hashtag Arm Yourselves.
Yes, that one.
Yes, because Stephen gets pissy.
Yes, that one. I don't care how you capitalize. It doesn't matter to me. Just make sure you spell it right.
Just do it.
Just do it. All right. So let's get down and dirty. All right. Let's get down into this topic immediately. We do all these pleasantries and everything. The people want more than just the pleasantries. So here we go. Democrats introduced a constitutional amendment today to overturn Citizens United.
I'm sorry.
What?
A constitutional amendment.
Yeah.
To overturn Citizens United.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah. What's the problem?
That is a constitutional amendment.
Yeah. See, the Citizens United, the Supreme Court ruling in 2010 that prohibited the government from limiting the spending of companies, nonprofit organizations, and unions in political campaign advertisements. The court's majority wrote that such provisions would inhibit the freedom of speech, meaning that your money and where you spend it is also part of your speech.
Okay, that makes perfect sense, actually.
Reasonable, right?
It goes with the adage of you put your money where your mouth is.
Yes, well, the Democrats have decided that is utter bullshit. Bolshevik, yes. And the Senate Democrats introduced a constitutional amendment on Tuesday, one that they can't get passed unless they have a three-fourths majority all the way through. But nonetheless, they've decided that they're going to introduce this amendment to overturn and quote-unquote undo the Citizens United Supreme Court decision. A group of Democrats led by Tom Udall.
Oh, Tommy.
Tommy. And progressive activists rallied outside the Supreme Court to unveil their amendment, which faces on the unlikely path to be ratified because, once again, they have to have control of the House and the Senate, and not just control, but overwhelming control. I mean, veto power. The ability to bash the veto.
Yeah, so you're basically, and again, it still shocks me that they're this brazen that you're going to admit that you want to have a constitutional amendment.
Yes.
That basically says that you as a citizen do not have the right to financially support whoever you want to.
To the amount.
Yeah. Yeah.
That you want to.
That you want. It's your money. Exactly. Like, it's your money. If you believe in something, you should be able, by God, to put every dime you have.
That's your money. Use it when you need it.
J.G. Wentworth.
Now stop it. No, not a sponsor.
No, they're not. But I mean, they're literally telling everyone, like, that's you can't get any clearer than that. They don't care about your voice as a people. And the worst part about this is if you read on through this little thing, is they keep trying to argue that it interferes with the democracy of the country.
Well, this country isn't a democracy.
No, it is not. It is a constitutional republic.
Yeah, a representative republic.
Yeah. So,
we vote in people that represent us. What are the best ways to actually make sure that they represent us? To pay them.
Mm-hmm.
It's to back them, to put your money in the position that you want to back the people that you want.
Yeah,
I love you guys on the MeWe, by the way, Backyard Cows. It's my money and I want it now.
I know it. But guys, we're allowing the elected officials who are supposed to be our servants. They work for us. We're allowing them to take over and rule us.
Yes.
Period. And this is just showing how brazen that these people are. They don't care anymore. Blatantly saying, you know what, it doesn't matter how much money you have. You don't have a right to spend it how you want to.
Correct.
That's just horse hockey.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of horse hockey going around.
Hi-oh,
especially with the Democratic debate right behind us and the CNN and everything else. And
I don't ever want to hear the words that there's a Democrat behind me.
It's Joe Biden.
You said that there's going to be a picture here in about.
There already is a picture.
No. Listen, there's going to be a picture in about 10 minutes from Frank and PA of one of us or both of us with Biden behind us.
There already is.
I haven't seen it.
He already put it up on the MeWe's.
Did he? I hadn't seen it.
Like weeks ago.
I wasn't paying attention.
Come on, dude.
Oh, if I did, it flies by. That just shows how MeWe run. Oh, good. Thank you, Zig. Zig, the trucking gator over there, actually went and put the
J.G. Wentworth GIF. Yeah.
GIF commercial on there. Thank you, because we didn't know.
If you didn't know what it was from, now you know.
Oh, that one guy in Louisiana over on Twitter, is that Dylan Lyles is confused by liberal logic? Well, which doesn't say a lot because I'm confused by a lot of things, but yes.
It's not logic. That's the point.
That's where it gets a little wonky. It's not
actually logic.
Not logic. It's asininity at its finest. Is what
But really, honestly, if you get confused by liberal logic, just think about everybody else. Think about everybody who works and does things with Patriot Mobile. Those people are terribly confused about liberal logic, so much so that they had to make their own conservative cell phone company.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Big Mobile is using its influence today to push your radical, anti-faith, anti-family agendas. If you're using their services, you're supporting their attacks on all of our values. We must become more educated consumers. Don't miss your chance to support the rights, your gun rights, religious liberties, immigration law, and the sanctity of life when you switch to veteran-led Patriot Mobile, America's only conservative cell phone company out there. And you can get a free month of service. This is your last week to get a free month of service.
This is it.
This is all or nothing, folks. Join the thousands of members like me that switched from Big Mobile when they learned.
Rub it into my face.
Yeah. Well, I did, and it's amazing. Look, it's easy to switch to Patriot Mobile. You can save. You'll not only save money, but you'll get a super reliable service, nationwide service, all there, and you'll feel good about actually funding the right agendas. With unlimited plans starting as low as $25 a month for talk and text, you can get a free month of service today.
Beat that, a free month, which is already cheap enough to begin with. Oh, and there it is.
There it is. Free month of. Actually, you timed that right. Pretty much.
I told you.
Yeah, it's a good job. And to support your values when it when you use the phrase "come on over." And yes, please spell it properly. Visit patriotmobile.com/mojo50. That's patriotmobile.com/mojo50. Use the promo code mojo. Use promo code "come on over," and you can get a free month of service on all new lines. This is your last week, everybody. Frank and PA producing all the pictures of everybody being molested by Joe Biden. Thank you.
I love it. Frank, remind me when I see you to buy you a beer.
Frank,
this is awesome.
Stop biding our time. All right. Just saying. Friggin' yo to the Rocky Stucci over on the Facebooks.
Yo! Oh, daggone it. I have dropped the ball tonight. Holy smoke. Oh, look, he even got Rocky with an eye.
Hot Rocky with an eye. Look at you. That's actually a really good picture of her.
Yeah, the only part that's really weird is
the Joe Biden.
Well, there's that, and the way he photoshopped his
the double arm. Yeah, you gotta crop that edge, man. She's got an arm behind his folded arm.
So it's almost like she's loving on him.
It's not. It's weird. That's awkward. It's not good. Anyway, a federal judge has dismissed the DNC hacking lawsuit against Donald Trump.
Wow. A federal judge.
Yeah, a federal judge on Tuesday has dismissed the Democratic National Committee's lawsuit against Russia, the Trump campaign, and a number of individuals, including Jared Kushner and Donald Trump Jr., saying that the claims are either moot or without merit. Once again, they're moot or without merit.
I am shocked.
I know. Shocked, I say.
Shocked, I say. That is just...
wow.
Who'd have thunk that after virtually his entire presidency so far, they haven't found anything. And now they're going to make the call and say, well, it's time to let this go because there's nothing there without merit.
Yes.
You would think after the Mueller investigations, after all the crap before that, everything that happened before, the what's that dude's name? The Billy, I want to call him Billy Madison. The Billy Gates or whatever, the guy that the one that was like they were doing the touching. You know what I'm talking about? He grabbed him by the
the hoo-haws.
Yeah, that guy. That whole thing, all of that. It's all been
swept under the rug.
Well, I don't know about swept under the rug, but they never found anything to actually make it stick, or at least worth, actually legally able to get the guy impeached like they've been wanting to. So why drag it out and spend more money on this crap? I mean, they're wasting, again, these servants are wasting our money, and we don't care. No one is saying anything about anything.
Nope. Nobody's saying anything about anything, telling anybody anything.
This is just... And the best part is this particular judge was appointed during the Clinton administration.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not like this is that they've got some right winger in there and he's turned around and he's being bought by the president. Nope. This is probably one of the last original. I say original. What do they call them? The blue collar Democrats.
Yeah. The blue dog Democrats.
That's it. The blue dogs. The guys that they were true to the party, but they also had principle. They also had common sense. Sadly, there's not enough of those anywhere.
No, there really isn't enough.
Oh, sad.
So apparently that being said, Bill Clinton actually did put in a couple of good judges, I guess.
He didn't know it, though.
Well, maybe not, but even still.
Yeah, I know.
Lucky us.
Lucky us indeed.
And the quote is, in some,
what?
In some, the DNC does not allege any facts that show plausibly that any of the defendants, other than the Russian Federation, had any role in hacking the DNC computers or stealing its information.
Allegedly.
Its attributes that conduct only to the Russian Federation, and the DNC does not dispute that the documents were of public importance. Therefore, the First Amendment protections, the publications of those stolen documents, etc., etc., etc.
Allegedly.
Nope, there is no allegedly. This is the
Well, no, see, does not allege.
yes. The DNC's alleged problems only go to Russia, and Trump had nothing to do with it.
Of course.
Of course not.
Guys, come on. I would like to think.
California Governor Gavin Newsom.
He is a nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
Damn Newsom. Governor Newsom of California signed a bill today that would require that presidential candidates disclose the last 5 years of their taxes in order to appear on the state primary ballot.
Which is weird because it's to the primary ballot for a federal election.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. One, you're just making it harder, ultimately. Thank you, for regular people to be able to run. The point, we are people who are supposed to turning over the taxes for the previous 5 years. What does that do? I mean, if you turn in your taxes like a regular person, I'm talking just you regular file on your own, the IRS is probably going to catch if there's an issue.
Yeah, and actually the IRS is currently investigating the last 20 years.
Yes. So
I don't know if he's actually done anything wrong or not, given the amount of, I don't know, all the crap that he's done in his life.
Yeah, but then
Probably
again,
something,
20
yes.
years. It's 20 years, dude. You would think you would have found something by now.
Yeah.
So, come on. I'm just saying, come on.
Come on.
It's just
Does it matter if Trump isn't on the primary ballot? He's the only candidate.
touche.
It's also the primary ballot for Republicans in California.
Yeah.
There is none.
Yeah.
So, actually, no. No, I don't think it does. I really don't think it does.
It doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense. Because like I said, you produce it. Okay. And like you said, Trump's already under investigation. This just says you have to put it up there. You have to produce it. What are you looking for? Like, again, he's already under investigation. It didn't stop him from being able to get it. And I guess they're going to say, oh, well, it's not a law now. So you're saying that if he's being investigated, it makes him unfit to run?
Right. Well, here's the thing. So, actually, Lady Liberty speaks over on the D Live.
Oh.
Says, just another subversive tactic. True.
Yes.
It is. It is just another subversive tactic. It is just a way for them to dig at everything that happens. But Trump is the very first president since the 50s that decided he didn't care about actually disclosing his financial information. And he doesn't have to. Because
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't make a difference whether he has a whole boatload of money or he has nothing.
Right. It shouldn't matter. What matters is the action that's behind the words. Now, once again, I did not vote for this man.
No, I didn't either.
Did not vote for him. Why? Because the actions behind his words for the past 70 years of his life have been the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm. Look, this is just another example, ultimately, of trying to legislate. Ultimately, it's legislating morality. It's a weird form of morality, but it is. They're trying to sit here and imply that if they can force people to produce this stuff, then they can do the checks and balances to say, oh, well, this person's not fit to run.
Okay.
Instead of allowing us, the people, to make the decision for ourselves.
Right. We choose who we allow to be
Exactly.
the quote leader, which technically isn't really a leader.
It's not a leader, but it's yeah, you get our point. That's all this is. They're just trying to bottleneck this a little bit tighter.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it makes it harder for regular people to be able to run. It makes it almost impossible to actually be to elect somebody who's going to be your servant, to be a civil servant, and not be, one of the lords and ladies of the land.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just and again, California, you're watching and letting this happen.
Yes.
And you have nobody to blame but yourself.
Exactly. And you know what I have to blame?
What's that?
Cat coolers.
Why?
Because I don't have one.
Oh, I was going to say, what do you have against the cat cooler?
I have absolutely nothing against cat coolers. I don't have one. That's the only problem.
That's the only problem.
Yeah, that's my only problem. Look, these things are rugged. They keep your ice cold for up to 7 days. They're made in the United States. They can break cinder blocks that get dropped on them.
Nice.
Plus, they're fully customizable. They come in 5 different colors, which means not only can you have a base color that you like, plus they have it's black and has a blue stripe around it that only turns blue when it's cold on the inside. It's really cool. Not only that, but you can do anything you want to the outside of it. They will be able to detail it and print it on there. And they're less expensive than their top competitors. And they have a lifetime warranty.
And?
But wait, there's more. If you go to catcoolers.com today, go to catcoolers.com, use the promo code Steven, STEVEN. You get 10% off on your purchase when you go there. That's catcoolers.com, promo code Steven, 10% off. Check them out today. So, staying in the vein of Gavin Newsom.
Because we want to stay in his vein.
Oh, golly, no.
It's nasty.
You remember that shooting in Gilroy, California, just yesterday?
Yeah, just the other day at the Garlic Festival.
The Garlic.
I had this little 6-year-old. It was a 6-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 20-something-year-old died.
Yeah.
Not including the shooter. Yeah, that same dear California governor, Governor Gavin Newsom, blamed the president and Republican lawmakers.
Of course.
The shooting,
sure.
Which we told you yesterday was pretty much how it was going, but he kind of decided to take it a teensy bit further.
Yeah.
A cursing diatribe just up and down and blaming it on it, and we'll get into it. So,
I don't know. I don't know if I want to. We'll get to it during the break.
Hey.
There we go. We'll be right back right after this. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll talk about it now.
No, we can't, because now the people that are on the radio don't get to hear it, and we already said
that gives them more reason to not listen on the radio. That way they can actually communicate with us.
We're a radio station. Like, that's kind of how this works.
But we're also a radio company and an internet company and all the rest of it, so we're there. We're everywhere.
Yeah. Here, there, and everywhere.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Liberty on the D Live says, "Bring it
in your face."
Oh. Sean Stroich on the Facebooks.
Oh.
I put the little accent in there. It's probably not how you say it, but I put the accent in there anyway.
That was profoundly deep. I like that.
Thank you. He says New York lost state Senate to Dems. Cuomo signed over 900 laws this year.
Of course there was. I just realized this for a second. Did you intend on the title being your name?
Huh? What are you talking about?
The title for the show. You have your name.
I don't. No, I don't.
Dude, look at Facebook.
I do. The Facebook title is Citizens United Disbanded.
That's not what this says.
What? I don't know which Facebook stream you're using.
I don't know either. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Oh, I see what you're doing. Never mind.
I have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
You're sharing it off of your page, aren't you?
No.
I'm going to have to send you a picture of this.
I don't know what you did there, buddy, but
I didn't do nothing.
whatever you did, it wasn't me. That's all I'm saying.
Me.
It wasn't. It was Facebook. Facebook did it. Blame it on Facebook. All right, we're coming back.
Jay.
Yeah.
The mighty Mojo 50.
Defenders Live, Mojo 50 Radio, bringing it to you. Live every night.
Really?
Yes.
There you go.
Bringing it to you. I'm doing every catchphrase known to man.
It's the phrase that pays. Oh. I think it's the only thing I hadn't said right now.
On 109.9 The Frog.
At the end of your dial and going nowhere. Okay.
Exactly.
So, going back real fast, touching on it because Steven doesn't want to, but I promised I would do it anyway. The California governor, Gavin Newsom, is a douche. Turn around and he blamed Trump and the Republicans and lawmakers over there for the deaths of 3 people in Gilroy. Gilroy. At a food festival, the guy was using a gun that was banned in California but was bought legally in Nevada.
It also turns out that the guy was a prominent figure in the Gilroy community.
Yeah. So there's no explanation for this at all. No one has any answers. And that's the worst part about these kind of things is when people don't have answers. When you cannot find the answer, you start inserting your own agenda into it. Thank you. And some people will do it with actual intentional nefariousness behind it. Some people just kind of go, hey, I think, and as rumors spread, it, I think becomes, well, I know that someone said they were there, and it.
I think that Donald Trump happens to be what to blame for this.
It's his fault. Anyway.
There was a lot of knows.
I
had to bring it out.
I know. But basically he went, the governor went on a very curse-laden diatribe. The article that we read yesterday was a AK-47 style.
It was an SKS.
An SKS, what did it say, a 5-point, was it the 5?
It was a 7.65.
7.65, okay. So it's not a weapon of mass destruction. Do you know what a weapon of mass destruction is? And I can give you a good example.
You mean a WMD?
Yes, an actual WMD. Do you know you could have one in your hands and not even realize it? In the state of North Carolina, which I know we're talking about California, but just bear with me for a moment. In the state of North Carolina, everyone is very fond of the shotgun, especially the pump. Pump shotguns are so much fun. I used to have one.
Uh-huh.
State law allows you to be able to cut off or insert a smaller barrel onto your shotgun. The limit, however, can be 18 inches or 23 inches overall. If it is anything less than that, it is considered, by definition in the law, as a weapon of mass destruction.
Because it's sawed off?
No, you can saw it off, but it can't be less than the length. The barrel can't be less than 18 inches long, and it can't be less than 18 inches or 23 inches overall from the end of the barrel to the end of the end, from end to end, basically.
I've heard that when things are that long, they are already weapons of mass destruction.
I don't know. It's all personality over here. Anyway.
Once again, I just heard.
I've heard too, and damn, people won't shut the hell up. Anyway.
Boats floating, all right?
It is.
Oceans of motions and stuff.
It's all the personalities. You can make them laugh. Oh.
Hey-oh.
But that is a weapon of mass. That's considered a weapon of mass destruction in the state of North Carolina. Just because you classify a assault type rifle, which you can't define properly anyway, because based off of the actual wording,
It means nothing.
That means nothing. Again, we established this yesterday. I have an assault style pin right here. If you're watching on TV or on the computers or anything like that,
I have an assault style sign.
Yes, Steven is holding the Mojo 50 logo that we're raffling off, and that is the assault style.
Yeah,
by the way,
it's assault. Look, it's even black on the back.
Damn. Guys, you can't just sit here and throw words around like that and then suddenly expect people to take you seriously for starters.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, but the cursing doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't make it. It doesn't make it any better. But you know what else doesn't make it good?
What doesn't make it good?
A 10-year-old boy was charged with assault for injuring a classmate in dodgeball.
See, I saw what you did there.
Thank you.
No, I saw exactly what you did there. What you did is instead of letting me continue to read about this douchebag and go into the thing that he goes into, the stupidness about hunting and blaming culture on Trump and all that other jazz.
Moving along.
Oh, not just moving along. You instead move from one form of stupidity that's going to piss Dylan off to a 10-year-old child is charged with assault for playing a game at school.
A Michigan woman said her son, a 10-year-old, was suspended from elementary school and then charged with aggravated assault for throwing a ball that hit and injured a classmate during a game students were playing at recess. The incident happened in April when students of Erickson Elementary School in Canton Township, Michigan, were playing a game called Tips.
Just the tip?
Just the tips. Which is similar to dodgeball, according to the Facebook fundraiser posted last week by the boy's mother, Karmishi Triplet Lindley.
Nailed it. Hashtag like a native.
Lindley said that the ball thrown by her son hit another boy and allegedly resulted in the boy suffering a concussion.
What the hell ball were they throwing?
I don't know, but that kid's got an arm. Put him in baseball.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's not like a regular.
Like you see that happen, you're like, kid, you need to go to baseball now.
If you can get a concussion from an actual like dodgeball ball, if you get one from that, that's a rocket arm. That's stick his ass on the mound.
Hey, do you have the sounder?
Which one?
Dodgeball.
Oh, of course I do.
Oh, need it.
Does a bear poo-poo in the woods?
Yep.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball.
Thank you. According to the police report obtained by WXYZ. Wow, really? WXYZ? Honestly? No freaking way.
They just said screw it. We need to put letters up there. WXYZ. Perfect.
The boy was hit in the face by the ball. The injured boy's mother said that he has a medical condition that makes head injuries especially dangerous. Then keep him out of contact sports.
I was going to say that's something. If you're going to get a concussion from a dodgeball, either A, the kid playing should be in literal adult professional sports, namely baseball, or your kid, the one that got the concussion, should probably be doing something like chess.
Yeah, something that doesn't involve him playing where he's going to accidentally get punched in the face or hit with a ball.
Yeah. You would think, but
yeah. And the mother of the kid that had the ball that threw the ball agrees. She said clearly this student should not have been playing a physical contact sport. Duh.
Because it took this kid getting hurt for y'all to realize that your kid is got, and it's not even like, oh well, he's a sissy or not. No, it's not that. The kid clearly has some kind of physical ailment that is causing him to be that sensitive that a dodgeball gave him a concussion.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
The only way, and I just thought of it. The only way that you could actually get a legit concussion from a dodgeball in that nature is if the ball bounced off of your face and you fell backwards
and cracked your skull.
Yes, and you knocked it on the concrete. That is it. And it wouldn't be the ball that did it. It would have been the ground.
Right. And that would have been you losing your balance. Guess what?
Chicken butt. Oh.
WXYZ is a real place. Is a real station.
I figured it would be.
Oh, that is amazing.
It's got the link. I'm not surprised. It's just one of those. Guys, come on.
Sean Stroich over there on the Facebook says, I was guilty of dodgeball assault. I threw a ball at a girl who was too close to the line. Hit her in the face with with fist. Wow, holy crap. We went to the school nurse together. She cried. She was crying. My hand hurt. Felt so bad.
And after that, they fell in love and dated for about 3 years until one of them cheated on the other. And
yep,
as they say, is history.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Look, if you have physical ailments and pain, maybe one of the things that you want to try is something that actually causes your body to feel better. What am I talking about? CBD oils from KMD. That is a hemp extracted derived from a specially bred industrial hemp plant. That means it has a high CBD content and a very low, almost non-existent THC content. That results in an extraction that is stronger than most. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that was
higher quality than most. 30 milliliter tincture is what it provides. Contains 900 milligrams of the CBD extract or hemp oil. Suggested serving size is 0.5 milliliter under the tongue 3 times daily. This stuff is not only there to help you feel better during the day, but if you have brain fog, if you have issues with your nerves, maybe you've got joint pain and you've got just overall body issues. My wife, she has fibromyalgia. It says it helps her with the brain fog that comes with fibro.
In case you're just getting old, like me.
Maybe you're just getting old like Dylan, and you just want something to make your body feel a little bit better. Go check out the CBD oils over at mojo50.com/shop. Mojo50.com/shop. When you go search for CBD oils over there, use the promo code DEFENDERS, and you get $15 off the price when you buy. That's Defenders, $15 off over at mojo50.com/shop.
That's true.
I was a little late on that one.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, this guy.
So a former Senate staffer has pled guilty to aiding computer hacking and attempted evidence tampering, and for helping a fired coworker enter his Senate office at night and wiping down computers so the colleague wouldn't get caught.
What, like with a cloth?
No. Samantha Davis, 24, is a former staff assistant to Senator Maggie Hassan, who is from New Hampshire.
And by the way, it's Maggie Hassan.
Oh, is it Hassan?
It's Hassan.
Hassan Chop. I love that.
That's that, yes.
That's the greatest line ever. I almost bought a T-shirt with that. But anyway, the senator appeared in the U.S. The former staffer of the senator appeared in U.S. District Court just a few blocks from the Capitol today in the afternoon to admit to 2 misdemeanor crimes for her role in events that culminated in the release of personal information of Republican senators backing the confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court.
Okay, so it goes through this entire thing where she's talking about, you know, the guy that she let in the office. She kind of knew about it. She gave him the keys, even though she knew the keys to the office, even though she knew that he was going to use the computers for nefarious purposes. And then one time he took the keys out of her purse, and she figured it was him. And then there was another time where and it goes through time and time and time again where it's, I knew, but I didn't know.
Yeah. It was an assumption. Like, I wasn't there, so I can't say for sure what he did. I had a feeling, though. That's the admitting, giving enough guilt and admitting just enough to be the scapegoat without going completely under.
Yeah.
That's all that is. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I could have said go down all the way, but that was...
Also works.
It does.
Yeah, well, so... with this entire thing, there's a ton more of the story we could talk about and all the rest of it, but it really just goes into the same process over and over again where she's pleading guilty to something that, you know,
isn't that big of a deal?
She's being the scapegoat. Look, she allowed somebody to use the computers that happened to work there, but wasn't allowed to use those computers to get that sort of information.
Yeah. It's called having a clearance, people.
Right. So that person got the information anyway, namely the locations, the addresses, the phone numbers of certain individuals, Republicans, that way they could then dox them on Wikipedia.
Which
Which could potentially cause somebody to be killed.
Yes, that's what I was just getting ready to say. Is everyone, all these people who think that doxing is such a great idea, do not fully grasp the severity of what this could be. And don't forget, just because you do it, and you think, oh, I'm in the right and blah, 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 doesn't mean that it's not and could not happen to you and be that just as violent and as dangerous.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You start to set, and everybody used to complain about that when Trump came into office in the first place. Well, he's going to do this. It's going to set a precedent. It's going to set a precedent. It's going to set a precedent. You doxing people sets a precedent. Eventually, other side's going to go, you know what? F all you people. I'm going to do the same thing. No more being Mr. Nice Guy.
Yep.
And they're going to start doxing you. And the exact same people are going to, on the other side, are going to turn around and they're going to be on your lawn and harassing your family and possibly beating and killing you.
Because there are crazy people on all sides.
Yes. Once you allow for it to happen, period, you allow it all the way. If you don't sit on both sides and completely remove yourself from it and say, this is wrong, you just left the door wide open. And you just, when someone does get killed from being doxed, there's nobody to blame but yourselves. Just saying.
Yeah. And by yourself, we mean the person who actually released the information. Of course, if you release somebody's personal information like that, that is a, let's consider them a public figure or somebody of, I don't want to say prominence because they're not actually in prominence. They're actually subservient to us. But at the same point in time, somebody who is supposed to be a lawmaker or all the rest.
Yeah.
If
Who's
you
well known.
give out their private information just so you can watch them squirm, and it just so happens that somebody kills them, you're the reason why they died, and you should be charged.
Yep. And you should go. I would argue that, I know that you will get in trouble for doxing, especially if someone does die. But I would argue that you should get the fullest extent of the law as if you were the one that pulled the trigger.
Right.
I think that's what should happen. It's not there yet, and sadly, it will take somebody dying to get to that point. However,
well, here's an analogy. Doxing somebody today is comparable to burning a cross in somebody's yard circa
1964.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Burning a cross in somebody's yard in 1964. Before, about the same as doxing somebody today.
And you know what's funny is the same people that were burning crosses in people's yards back in the 60s
is the same group of people doing it now.
Exactly.
Isn't that funny?
It's a coinky dink.
That is such a crazy coinky dink. And also on the MeWe's, Zig the Gator, Jackal Gator King says, remember, Dylan, doxing is wrong unless they disagree with the leftist, in which case it is better that they die 1,000 deaths than continue to have an opinion.
This you know what? This deserves.
That's true.
That definitely deserves it. This is true. I'm just saying, it's when you allow for things, it's just like it's kind of like the rules of engagement in war or in a fight or whatever is, you go in with a set understanding of, well, this doesn't happen. This is not supposed to happen. This is the line you don't cross. And once you cross that line, you never go back.
Right.
You go into a fight where you don't, it's no longer just two guys. I'm going to pretend I'm here, but I'm going to bring my guys in to come from behind and jump you. Well, now you're at a risk for that to happen to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And And again, and it never goes back to it because you never can trust again, and it's sad.
Mm-hmm. But
it's true.
Yeah, well, there are some people you can trust. There are people there's people like Combat Flip Flops. You can trust them.
You can trust them for anything.
Yeah, these guys are military veterans. They've gone through war-torn areas, back and forth, left and right, and they've decided that they're going to try and show people that war isn't the only way that you can help a community. Actually, it's not a way at all to help a community. Instead, through education and commerce, they're trying to help these war-torn communities in places like Afghanistan, Colombia, Laos. They've built factories, or they've commandeered old factories, turned them into factories that produce flip-flops and other small items. Their tagline is bad for running, worse for fighting. Combat Flip Flops is in business to help educate women and children in these combat war-torn areas, and not only that, but give jobs to the local ladies, for the most part, so that they can then be able to provide for their own families and not have to be supported by
crazy man,
the crazy men that are in their lives. If you like the idea behind supporting people to support themselves, maybe you want to check out Combat Flip Flops. Go to their website, combatflipflops.com. And when you go there, use the promo code Defender25, and you can get 25% off of your first purchase. That's combatflipflops.com, Defender25 as the promo code. You get 25% off.
That's true.
Sorry, I didn't have the mouse on the button.
That's all right.
I wasn't ready.
You weren't ready. See, Lady Liberty Speaks over on the D Live. She says, I trust most veterans more than I trust most other humans. What? That's not funny.
I
Keyword is most.
Most. Yeah, that's
most.
That was where I was.
Anyway, you were keying in on the most, weren't you?
I was.
Okay.
I couldn't get it out of my head. Okay.
Is it the ghost with the most?
Dun-a-dun-a-dun-a. Okay. And finally, a little bit home. At least for us, it's home. North Carolina gun shop billboard mocks the squad as idiots. This is the squad referring to the wonderful folks, the Ilhan Omar.
The Ihans.
Ihans, that's it. The Rashid Tlaibs and the AOCs. The Ayanna Presleys, which I've never really, you don't hear much of her, but
she's there.
She's there. And that's referred to collectively as the squad. Well, there's a store in North Carolina, a small gun shop, has drawn criticism from gun control advocates and progressives with a billboard calling for the 4 Democratic minority congresswomen, calling them idiots.
Because they are.
Because they are.
Mm-hmm.
Cherokee Guns. It's in Murphy, North Carolina, which is about 240 miles west of Charlotte, which, I mean, I hate to tell you, I get that most folks don't know about North Carolina, but to say that the closest town is 240 miles away is...
It's true.
It is true. But what they don't really tell you is that technically Murphy, North Carolina, is out by deep in the mountains, which is almost at that one point where, Georgia, Tennessee...
Yeah.
Kentucky, I think part of Virginia. Maybe I think that's all of them are like crammed right there in that spot. That's where Murphy's at.
Crammed.
It's a deep in there. The slogan reads, "The 4 horsemen are idiots," and signed by the Deplorables.
And if you're watching on the screen,
if you're watching,
here you go. Ta-da! And it's the 4 horsemen cometh, crossed out, are idiots.
And they are idiots. But
sign the Deplorables, Cherokee Guns, 1 mile on the right.
Yep. I'm going to go one day just to pop in and say hello. The quote coming from the coalition to Stop Gun Violence, called the ad dangerous and referred to President Donald Trump's comments about the group when he told them earlier this month the crime infested places from which they came, or to go return to the crime infested places which they came, which I think is fair. You know,
Sure,
if you're
right.
going to not fix your district, your area, because you're too busy spending money that your district doesn't have, things, and complaining about wasting time on questions that no one else asks anybody else, and blah 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 blah, then maybe you should go back to it and live in it for a while because you were disconnected.
Right.
But the group said, quote, disgusting anti-government violent rhetoric from Cherokee Guns in North Carolina. The threats against the members of Congress, particularly minority members, are rising, and it is driven by the president's radical or racial rhetoric, end quote.
I'm sorry, wait. Did you say minority members are rising?
No, yes. Well, the threats against members of Congress, particularly minority members, they're implying that it is a bunch that the only people that are being singled out are all these poor colored women, is what it actually is being drawn to.
All the lonely people.
Yep, it is. It is definitely black and white.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But that's the thing, is that the very thing that these people are accusing, air quotes, the Trump and the right of doing is the stuff they're doing. They're projecting. They're the ones who are causing these problems. Instead of allowing for each individual to be singled out and to be held responsible individually for what they do and what they say and how they run their district, no. We have to give them passes and let them slide because all these poor women, they're just minority women. They're all... Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Exactly. It's the same, and without actually sitting here and treating these people as... you know, and holding them accountable for the things they say and do.
I was going to say, can't we just treat them like adults? And, you know, when they do stupid things, we point it out. And when they say stupid things, we point it out.
Nope. You can't do that because they can't be... people can't be trusted to actually say anything good because they don't see the good that we do. Well,
that's because you don't do good.
Thank you. If you would do good, then we could say something. And doing good might start with, I don't know, paying attention to your district and not have it be rat infested or anything crazy like that.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Just maybe. I mean, that might be.
I'm old fashioned and whatnot.
Yeah, you are. But speaking of old fashioned, we have the bell count for today. Let's hear it. See how we did yesterday.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 3 missed innuendo bells, 27 actual bells, and 2 rim shots. You're giving us another A for outstanding for today. Peace out, y'all, and good night.
That's right. That's how we do it. Yes.
We're the ones who carry the...
Yeah, I know. So far, right now, we have been for a little while. Defenders Live is the show, DOAEshow.com, DOAEshow.com. Go get the raffle tickets. They're $2 a pop. You can get this Mojo 50 logo sign. It is amazing. You should check it out. Also go to facebook.com/Arcadian Flags to check out the designer of that. Mojo 50 is the website for everybody else. Mojo50.com, Mojo50.com, DOAEshow.com.